Washington, AP, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first black woman nominated to the Supreme Court, is going before the Senate Judiciary Committee with the path to her historic confirmation seemingly clear. Committee hearings begin Monday for the 51-year-old Jackson, a federal judge for the past 9 years. She is expected to present an opening statement late in the day, then answer questions from the committee's 11 Democrats and 11 Republicans over the next 2 days. She appeared before the same committee last year, after President Joe Biden chose her to fill an opening on the Federal Appeals Court in Washington, just down the hill from the Supreme Court. Her testimony will give most Americans, as well as the Senate, their most extensive look yet at the Harvard-trained lawyer with a resume that includes 2 years as a federal public defender. That makes her the first nominee with significant criminal defense experience since Thurgood Marshall, the first black American to serve on the nation's highest court. The American Bar Association, which evaluates judicial nominees, on Friday gave Jackson's its highest rating, unanimously well qualified. Jeanette McCarthy Wallace, General Counsel of the NAACP, said she is excited to see a black woman on the verge of a high court seat. Representation matters, Wallace said. It's critical to have diverse experience on the bench. It should reflect the rich cultural diversity of this country. It's not yet clear how aggressively Republicans will go after Jackson, given that her confirmation would not alter the court's 6-3 conservative majority. Still, some Republicans have signaled they could use Jackson's nomination to try to brand Democrats as soft on crime, an emerging theme in GOP midterm election campaigns. Biden has chosen several former public defenders for life-tenured judicial posts. In addition, Jackson served on the U.S. Sentencing Commission, an independent agency created by Congress to reduce disparity in federal prison sentences. Senator Josh Hawley, ARMO, highlighted one potential line of attack. I've noticed an alarming pattern when it comes to Judge Jackson's treatment of sex offenders, especially those preying on children, Hawley wrote on Twitter last week in a thread that was echoed by the Republican National Committee. Hawley did not raise the issue when he questioned Jackson last year before voting against her appeals court confirmation. The White House pushed back forcefully against the criticism as toxic and weakly presented misinformation. Sentencing expert Douglas Berman, an Ohio State law professor, wrote on his blog that Jackson's record shows she is skeptical of the range of prison terms recommended for child pornography cases, but so too are prosecutors in the majority of her cases and so too are district judges nationwide. Hawley is one of several committee Republicans, along with Senators Ted Cruz of Texas and Tom Cotton of Arkansas, who are potential 2024 presidential candidates, and their aspirations may collide with other Republicans who would just as soon not pursue a scorched earth approach to Jackson's nomination. Biden chose Jackson in February, fulfilling a campaign pledge to nominate a black woman to the Supreme Court for the first time in American history. She would take the seat of Justice Stephen Breyer, who announced in January that he would retire this summer after 28 years on the court. Jackson once worked as a high court law clerk to Breyer early in her legal career. Democrats who control the Senate by the slimmest of margins are moving quickly to confirm Jackson, even though Breyer's seat will not officially open until the summer. They have no votes to spare in a 50-50 Senate that they run by virtue of the tie-breaking vote of Vice President Kamala Harris. But they are not moving as fast as Republicans did when they installed Amy Coney Barrett on the court little more than a month after the death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg and days before the 2020 presidential election. Barrett, the third of President Donald Trump's high court picks, entrenched the court's conservative majority when she took the place of the liberal Ginsburg. Last year, Jackson won Senate confirmation by a 53-44 vote, with 3 Republicans supporting her. It's not clear how many Republicans might vote for her this time. Jackson is married to Patrick Johnson, a surgeon in Washington. They have 2 daughters, one in college and the other in high school. She is related by marriage to former House Speaker Paul Ryan, Republican Wisconsin, who also was the Republican vice presidential nominee in 2012. Ryan has voiced support for Jackson's nomination. Jackson has spoken about how her children have kept her in touch with reality, even as she has held a judge's gavel since 2013. In the courtroom, she told an audience in Athens, Georgia, in 2017, "People listen and generally do what I tell them to do." At home, though, her daughters make it very clear, "I know nothing, I should not tell them anything, much less give them any orders, that is, if they talk to me at all," Jackson said.